Hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you are watching. Thank you for checking out the Tuesday Tirade Entertainment Talk. For right now, it's just me, and that'll be great. Tom may or may not show up. We may also have a special guest. We'll have to see. I am pretty excited because we have a lot of things that we can discuss specifically about the title of this particular video. Of course, the thumbnail says it all. There are troubling issues at Disney and Lucasfilm, and they're trying to figure out how to recover from the issues that they have right now. So anyway, let's acknowledge everybody that's here, and we'll get around to sharing the articles and everything that we have to do today, and hopefully we can get through some stuff. So let's get started. I want to say hi to all the early people. You guys were here in force. I really appreciate it. We had Willie Woodward. We had Chris Corkum show up. We had Atlantean with a super chat. Says, hail culture. Well, hail to you, my friend. Good to see you, Atlantean, for $2. I appreciate that very much. Apollo Patriot is here. I'm glad you're playing some Wildlands. I prefer that game. It's one of my favorite Ghost Recon games. So that's the one that I consistently reinstall on my PlayStation. So pretty pumped about that. I'm about to start playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag again. So I'm pretty pumped about that as well. Of course, I don't get a lot of downtime to do any of those fun things, but hey, every once in a while. Darius Munchausen sends $1.49 super stick. Thank you very much, so very much, my friend. I saw that you also hit me with a super at the during the course of the 6-minute daily, and I just didn't get to it, so I apologize. But thank you very much for your support, not just here, but also over on Steven's channel. I saw you there, and over, of course, watching Lorena Creole's this morning. You guys, I can't believe the support that the community gives each and every one of us, and I truly do appreciate that. You guys are amazing. I have. Like I said, I have a lot of things I want to talk about today. Only have about 90 minutes to do it or less, so we'll see if we can get through everything. A lot of Lucasfilm related conversation. Let's just put it that way. Obviously, of course. Let's see. Low Spec Linux laptop is here. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Again, I really appreciate you being a new subscriber to the channel. Appreciate your support. You're just awesome. It was great hanging out the other day when we happened to connect over on Echo Base Network. I think that was cool. Yeah, and the Echo Base Network, guys, good place to meet people that you can have conversations with. The Echo Base Network is great. Nick and Coach are great. Everybody over on that channel they're nice, respectful, even if they disagree with you. It's pretty cool. We have a lot of really cool people coming in and out of places. It's awesome. And I do a little bit of 3D. So yeah, I mentioned in the chat what I do, what I play with, all the toys that I have that I get a chance to deal with. So, Fusion 360 is my primary modeler for that. So, and I will look into this game. Absolutely. We got some other folks that rolled in the chat. We have Comment Kava. How are you? Well, Jamie Castile doing very well. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate that. I've started to see you around quite a bit lately, so that's awesome. Keely Chow is here. What's up, Keely? Good to see you. Good to see you. We have another monster. He wants you to know he's here so you can relax. Okay, I will. Thanks a lot. Another monster. Tina Bojan. Hello, my friend. How are you doing? Hopefully, you're a little warmer right now. I hope. And hey, we're coming up on a new Cubs season, so I have a feeling I'm going to lose you from time to time as a viewer while you're enjoying not only spring training but also the games that hopefully we'll get back to normal, at least with baseball, for the people that are still going to be watching sports. So. What's up, Lord Vader? Yep, it was a cool interaction with you on Twitter. I think the person that you're mentioning, it acquired some information. How they did, I don't know, and to what extent it's credible. Well, I mean, there are other sources saying similar things, so I'll get back to you on that. We'll talk about it. Louvrienne Makara is here. Hello. How are you doing? I'm so glad you're here. Good morning and all the good stuff. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for some of you, it's still morning, and for some of you, it's afternoon. So, and for some of you, it's evening. So, for those of you across the pond and all that, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. You guys are great. We even have folks on the Pacific Rim that join us from time to time, which I think is awesome. Pickles is here. What's going on? Geeks enjoy Nerdotica. Good to see you, my friend. Machiny 90, the mod and the artist of the Rogue Entertainment Group. What's going on, Machiny? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. I've got, let's see. Thomas Gilkey is in the chat. Thomas, good to see you, my friend. I hope everything's going well. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you, my friend. Tom, Dave, Tom will probably be joining me, I hope. And possibly another at this point in time. I didn't want to make any commitments for his time. He had an obligation he needed to take care of. So we'll limp on until he gets here, because there's a conversation to be had with Tom. That's for sure. What's going on, Runner? It's good to see you, my friend. Hey, Rajesh Taylor. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. Super sticker from Jake D. Jake D, I still owe you a Discord. I will do that. I've got Willie Woodward after this show I've got to talk to for a little bit. Then I'm doing a show over with Mad Mardigan called Street Smarts, which is really funny. It's usually a lot of fun. And then after that, I have to say that I will get to you. I promise. I've also got to spend some time with Geek Time TV too. So I love it. You guys keep me busy. I appreciate all of your support, and I really like hanging out with everybody. So it's really good for me. I know that my buddy Mando, who just popped into the chat, I haven't gotten to him yet on the main chat here that I can highlight. He just popped in. He's playing live the new alpha of Star Citizen with like some of the combat stuff. It looks amazing. So that's, he really does show off that game very well. So if you guys want to check that out over on his main channel or Cast in the Shadows, both of those channels are really good. That guy is crazy busy. So thanks for being here for a couple minutes. Mando Merc, I appreciate that. I guess you're live on Twitch right now, so that's cool. Let's see, we've got El Punk Trace. What's up? I'm glad to see you. You're going to watch a couple episodes of Batman TAS on HBO Max. Awesome. Good way to spend time. Some of that stuff, the animated series especially, it's pretty worthwhile. As long as they stay, true to the character. That's all I care about. Honestly, doubt Disney cares and won't care unless we all ghost Disney. We're working on it. Talking from experience, but since the odds are they actually happening are slim, I'm interested in hearing the tirade. Well, the tirade is going to be fairly fierce. So, and there you are, Mando. Good to see you, buddy. What's going on, Jack? Appreciate you being here, Jack of all casuals. Currently working and lurking. Yeah, I do that all the time. Yeah, when I'm driving around or whatnot, I usually have the phone going and I'm listening to somebody. If you never know who's in your chat, I'm going to always say that. If you've got a channel, if you're starting a channel, you never know who's there lurking in the background that may not say anything in the chat. They're just listening. They're enjoying the show. And that happens a lot. I think it's pretty awesome. Louvrienne Makara, former Star Wars fan, gave up after prequel number 2. Many people did. And the guys at Echo Base are absolutely fantastic. Oh, they're amazing. I love Nick and Coach, and the atmosphere over there is wonderful. And again, I mean, this is a way to have a conversation, is to have an environment where you invite good conversation. And people can disagree. Everybody gets along. It's really good stuff. Yeah, I know. Baseball, baseball. Gotta love that Cubs baseball. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, hello, my friend. Martin Acosta Santana says, greetings, my excellent friends. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. And I love saying that every time you come in the chat. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. Hey, Naughty Monkey O'Wrath. Hey, y'all. How's things? Well, I haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for thanks for popping back in, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. I know life gets in the way. We have to do our jobs. We have to, sleep, eat, take care of things, take care of others. Have to do those things. So thanks for being here. I appreciate that. M. Dastardly's in the chat. What's going on, my friend? All in at Culture Casino. Hail CC. Hail to you, M. Dastardly. Good to see you. Man, lots of folks rolling in today. I appreciate the support, guys. I really, really do. I'm not sticking. I'm not going to stick around for the whole stream because I'm tired of Gene and Lucasfilm thing. Yeah, actually, I just want to talk. The first story isn't anything about that, and when we get there, like I say. I mean, I'm not holding you hostage, but I appreciate your support. The Islington girl hashtag Ghost Disney. Oh, absolutely. It's hard to do because they control so much of the media. I mean, the this is what Disney owns map has been floating around there for many years now, and it keeps getting added to, and they use the Epcot ball called Spaceship Earth as kind of the platform there, turned into a Death Star, and then they kind of highlight all the different segments that Disney controls, and then they have all the things around that too. It's impressive what they've been able to assemble, but it could be argued that perhaps is one of the reasons we don't have great entertainment. So this effort it will have to be significant. It will have to be. I mean, the dismal Disney news is going to continue to come, and the more people that cover it, the more people that start to expose some of the stuff and the cracks in the foundation. That eventually gets to the financial folks, so it does make an impact. But again, I mean, we're not going to do it. It's not going to be, one thing at a time like the Gina Carano firing or any of that. It's, lots of people have already told you, it's, you get them to bleed a drop of blood, that we'll just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. So, yeah, the Muppet thing was dumb. And yeah, they're burning their own house down. They really are. You're 100% right. What's going on, Geek Tropology? Good to see you, my friend. The Tater is always listening. Thanks, Tater Squad. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. One of my favorite jokes, the tater salad joke. Ron White. It's really funny. Guy's hysterical. Reminds me of one of my uncles. Biggles Met. Hi, everyone. What's going on, Biggles? Good to see you, my friend. You're probably having a lunch break. It's good to see you. What's up? Oh, I knew what you were saying. Critisable the craze. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that. It's crazy that Disney, what they own, yeah, and they should not have a monopoly. I know. This is a conversation where you have 3 or 4 media entities that own everything. Not a lot of competition there. The fact that they were allowed to assemble what they've been able to assemble is ridiculous. But Comcast has done quietly the same thing, guys, and AT&T has assembled quite the media empire as well. So, I mean, let's be honest. It's consolidation, megacorps. It's a problem, and we do have to fight back on it to some extent. Thank you for my favorite super sticker, Mr. Tickle Trunk, the Canadian $2 super sticker of the Shiba Inu Fart Hearts. I love that one. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, and I appreciate your support. Death by 1,000 cuts. What's going to have to be like 500,000 cuts, but yeah, at this point. Ben Bishop, current artist for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heard the podcast I do with 32 Flavors. Awesome. About his last Ronin run. He later thanked us on Twitter. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Good. You guys both deserve as much exposure as possible. I think that's great. That's awesome, man. And I love TMNT. I mean, it's one of those things that my youngest brother and I get to share. So it's pretty cool. Yep, 100% on lunch. Yep, that's what I figured. Who else is in the house? All right, I'm caught up. Oh, no, Dark Shadow Logan. What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. All right, let's fire into the first story, and we'll see where we land. Let's see. I just have to share the right screen. Boomer. The good news is I never have to worry about sharing audio again because it all goes through the soundboard now. So no matter what, sound gets through, which is kind of cool. And then I can actually adjust the volume better so everybody can hear. Because sometimes when you play a video, even if you've shared the audio, it's not loud enough for the audience to hear. So that solves that problem as well. Let's see. We want this one. All right. So here we go, guys. Let's fire. Boom. Confirmed. George Lucas writing for new Star Wars series. This is going to be for the Cassian Andor thing. He's committed or confirmed to be writing 2 stories for the show. So on a couple of episodes, maybe that kind of thing. It's an interesting subject. This news broke a little yesterday. You may have already heard it, but it's unique in that it confirms some things that had been heard earlier on, like all the way back in 2020, middle of 2020 in the summer. So we're starting to see them trying to return to form, try to get something to spark interest in some of these shows. It's a weird, this is just a weird story. So we'll go through it real quick. We'll talk about it. We'll see what you guys think, and we'll go from there. When George Lucas created the Star Wars franchise, he could only dream about what the galaxy far, far away would become. And now, over 40 years after Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope in 1977 hit movie theaters. Yep, I remember that. I was there. Star Wars fans still look at Skywalker saga's iconic characters for inspiration, courage, and appropriately hope in even the toughest times of their own lives. They absolutely do. Star Wars Theory is an example of that. Who they made fun of. Crazy. Princess Leia Organa, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, and Han Solo changed cinema and pop culture for the better. The story they helped tell in Lucas's original trilogy has given rise to dozens of other tales across novels, TV series, and standalone movies. Wait a minute. I thought they didn't have any source material. Anyway. After Disney purchased LucasFilm in 2012, the first non-trilogy Star Wars film, they made Rogue One a Star Wars story. So we're leading into the actual part of the article we want to talk about, which is the film is set immediately before the events of New Hope and introduced the Star Wars fan base to a motley crew of characters, including Jyn Erso, Captain Cassian Andor, and droid K2SO, which I could have cared less about. Also featured flashbacks of Jyn's father, Galen Erso, who was conscripted to help design the first Death Star and sabotage the Empire's plans along the way. Now we're gearing up to get to know fan favorite rogue character even better with the Cassian Andor series, which they talked about at the investor event, and so on and so forth. What does George Lucas have to do with Andor? Well, the man who created the galaxy is the writer for 2 episodes. And you can confirm that in IMDb. Obviously, they tell you that here in the article. It's interesting that this is the direction they want to go. They want to go back into the past. They were trying just desperately to rid themselves of their previous audience, and I think you'll all agree with that. But I have a feeling. I have a feeling that these episodes, if anybody sees this show, by the way, there is zero buzz for this show. If anybody sees this show, they might get excited about it. So we'll have to see. But it's interesting, right? It is. So I'm going to take a look at chat, see what you guys have to say, if anything, on the subject, or if you care. I don't even know if anybody cares because, like I said, there is zero buzz for the show. It's absolutely. I don't know. Do you guys care about Cassian Andor? I really don't. So I really don't. Oh, thanks for getting in here, Steven. Appreciate you, brother. Hey, Rowan. Good to see you. Yeah. Okay. So the only reason I might watch that is to mock it. Zero enthusiasm. Yeah, Jake. I think you're on the same page as everybody else. I think we're starting to see. It's not Star Wars fatigue, like Bob Iger was trying to say. We're gonna slow down on Star Wars and stop making stuff. How long did that last? A couple months. Then they launched like 12 things simultaneously in Investor Day, 4 of which at this point in time are never going to get made. Used to be 3, now there's 4 that definitely aren't going to get made. And if they do manage to make Rangers, it's going to be not what the show was going to be before. So. And Mandalorian's taking a long break. You have the book of Fett that's going to come out that will be interesting. There's a lot of fans out there that'll be excited about it. But yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, I don't know. It's not I don't think it's terribly surprising. He's been wanting to come back. He was in the position to try to negotiate his way back into essentially the job that Kathleen Kennedy has at one point in time. I don't know if that is ever going to be back on the table for either Disney or for him. But there was a small window where that could have happened. Boy, that would have been much better. I don't know. Makes Star Wars great again. Absolutely. I want a dirty Twi'lek woman movie. Well, what you're going to get is Book of Fett. Well, you should get some Twi'leks in there, my friend. I think you'll be happy. I really do. Don't care for anything Disney related anymore. That club's growing, my friend. That really is Jack of all casuals. What's going on, Nina Infinity? Good to see you. And again, even though I was there to say this, I'll say it again. Congratulations on your monetization. And I look forward to your Infinite Hope show because I think I saw something that might be on there. Pretty pumped up for that. Be pretty cool. I love Rogue One, but dang it, I will not cave. No, absolutely. I thought it was an okay film. I thought it borrowed heavily from some source material that they didn't claim that they claimed they didn't have. I didn't like some of the stuff that got beat around in the film, but look, at some point, people are going to exercise creative license on anything, any title. Count of Monte Cristo is an example of things that have been done with that had some stuff done to it. So, I mean, you're just going to get that, but yeah, I won't be watching it. I'll cover it because it's newsworthy, but I really won't be watching it. I don't anticipate that I'll have to. And if I have to, it'll be through other means, other legal means, and not the other way. Yeah, Shellback, I understand. So, yeah, George Lucas under. Yeah, no, I don't think that, and I guarantee you that's not how that structure is going to work. I guarantee it. So we'll have to see. Oh, sorry, Tom, I didn't see you, my friend. Good God, I'm a terrible host. Oh, wah, wah. I can't believe I didn't do this earlier. I think that's it. Anyway, all right, guys, great YouTube right there. Yeah, just freaking awesome. Good job, Culture. All right, let's see. Yeah, a lot of people liked Rogue One. Yep. And yeah, they did. And that's the thing I'm talking about with Katarn. Yeah. Well, hey, look, you're going to get something based in the Thrawn world, right? And there's still heavy rumor sitting in the background that it could be Robert Downey Jr. involved in that movie series. So we'll just have to see. And let's see. I'm going to have to put my headphones on now so that I can hear my co-host if he gets in here. Let's see. We've got okay. Is this going to be like Weekend at Bernie's, but in the Star Wars universe? Because it's dead to me at this point. I really don't know. Here's the problem with prequels. You already know what's going to happen. So the story has to be really compelling. And you can't rely on a lot of like cinematic tricks, which is why, to some extent, I think George had some difficulties with the audience accepting the prequels because you knew how Vader's story was going to end. And some other things there that definitely played into it. He got George is best when he's kind of riding herd over a project. That one he was far too involved in. And he does get some backlash for some characters that were really undercooked. But that happens in Star Wars projects, so I don't know. Though all of those are my opinions. They reflect no one else's. But I think this series is undercooked already. I think it was from the very beginning, based on some of the directions and overall arc. Which I'm sure will be released to the world soon enough. I mean, at this point, Lucasfilm leaks like a sieve. So when you start hearing some of these rumors and they become more credible because you get more variances of the same thing, chances are you're now getting information out of sources that you I just really, I really, really don't know. So, Tom, the link's out there, brother. It's in your pocket. Um, da, 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 da. Um, mm, mm, uh, yeah, I did. I sent him a link just now. He's here a few minutes ago now. So, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I don't know if he really wrote anything for it. It's just characters based on. Well, he's got credit for it in 2 episodes. He's been involved in some stuff. I know. I can't wait for you to get here, Tom. We can talk about it. So that'll be pretty cool. Guys, you guys are making me feel bad. I must be way behind in the chat. Tom must have been like there for a while. Now he's mad. He ain't gonna come on. He hates me. I'm just kidding. Who knows? Yeah, I don't want to watch a show about a dead guy. And yeah, a lot of people are going to be like, who? Star Wars is dead to me, just like it is for Gary. It's dead for a lot of people. I mean, one of the most hardcore Star Wars fans I think I'd ever seen was Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. And man, he's struggled with it for a while. You know, it's just terrible. I mean, the guy wears a Star Wars hat all the time. Just crazy. Yep, Disney has ruined so much. They have, Kimberly. They have. They've killed so much. It's absolutely insane. Constant. I mean, it's overwhelming, and they do control so much of this. The media platform. You're essentially losing. You're losing audience members daily, just because of how poorly you're managing things right now. Absolutely. Yeah, Casio keyboard, exactly. Yeah, I love it when the Mead guys do that. It's so great. Yep, Josh is a no. Thanks, Knights, and appreciate you, man. Good channel, guys. Check him out. Speaks from the heart all the time. Latino Slants here. How did I miss Polly? What's up, my friend? Sure do. Andor Diego's going to rock it and should be a hit in LA. Cautious optimism over here. You know what? I applaud you, Polly. I really do. I'm just very. I'm skeptical now and don't feel like the best in the world about some of this stuff. But that's okay. That's okay. I guess Tom either doesn't realize the link is there. Anyway, all right. Oh, well, here we go. Diego is the executive producer as well, and he's done great films in the past. So we'll see. Oh, absolutely, and he's excellent in the Netflix series Narcos Mexico. He's very, very good in that. I really enjoyed that. If you guys have a chance to watch that, season 1 and 2, he's top notch actor, top notch. I don't think George is actually writing for Andor since he was writing credits for everything Star Wars since. Look, I'm going to say this one more time. He's involved in the script process for 2 episodes. Going to leave it there. But Cassian Andor was kind of a dirty dog. He killed an informant, but his rapport with K2SO was good. But no K2SO and Andor. I can't speak to that because I didn't digest all the information. It wouldn't surprise me, but I didn't digest all the info. Without respect, we reject. That's right, Riff Magos for an Australian $5. Thank you for being here, my friend, and I appreciate the support. It includes how Gina is treated. Yeah, it does include that. As the critical drinker would say, F off, mouse. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah. Eccles, and you're bad. Oh, I am bad. I should feel bad. Yeah. So Tom's got the link. He should be joining us as soon as he can. So we should be good, guys. I lost all interest in Disney, Star Wars. See, I'm starting to feel like we're getting more and more there to that point. And again, I appreciate Paulie's optimism here. I really do. I want to care. I just don't. And again, he is a good actor, so it is what it is. If you want a good Count of Monte Cristo, Genkat Soao, I can't even say that. I'm sorry, Geek Tropology. Some of the stuff, pronunciations, I'm not great with. The anime adaptation is incredible. Okay, I'll check that out. I like anime. I like good anime, that is. If they let me have Gina's number, I might give Disney a chance again. I don't know, Disease. You'll have to get in line. I think that one's pretty long. We'll see. You guys are great. I appreciate it. Is Clobber in Times here? Did Clobber in Times see? Oh, hey, what's up, Clobber in Times? Good to see you, my friend. Wes Moody's in the chat, guys. Oh yeah, I figured, Tom. I'm sorry. I read all the other stuff. So, yeah, KK trying to flex nuts while cutting them off of all men. Yeah. If you don't leave a like, Culture will shave off more of his beard. Please don't make him do it. Thank you, Disease. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have to shave a couple more times. I'm I have to get to a doctor to get some tests done. So let's see, what do we got going on? Yep, Narcos is really good. Yep, it was. It really, really was. What's up, Diablo Dame? Good to see you, my friend. And of course, Wes Moody. I can't wait for that premiere tonight of that Trek episode. Pretty pumped on that. Good anime, like Lupin the Third. Okay. No issues with Diego's acting. Issues are with Lucasfilm. Exactly. Very well said. Perfectly said, Wes. Appreciate that. We need some new IP, something fresh that hasn't been tainted by the mouse. Actually, we'll make it ourselves. I am an advocate for this now, guys, full time. I think what Midnight's Edge said yesterday and the day before, every single one of the times that they're talking about this, they're making an excellent point, especially Andre, in saying that we need Daily Wire to succeed with this Gina Carano project. We need more independence from Hollywood. And I think we can do it. I mean, we're already doing it. I mean, Gary's been pointing that out for a while. We create our own stuff. We are far more interactive. I get a chance to interact with the chat while I'm doing this. We can talk about our projects, the things that we want to do, what's upcoming, just like what Uncle E does with Comicsgate, right? And all of this stuff, right? It's the new medium. It may not necessarily be here forever. I mean, platforms come and go, just like the tides. But it's going to be somewhere. Some form of new media is going to become the new dominant. People want interactivity. We've completely changed viewing habits across the board with everything. Not just film, but everything else. And so this form of entertainment is the one that's going to continue to gain prominence. That's probably the best way to put that. So, yep. Yeah. Oh, I know. So if they give him reign, it's going to be great. And I'll try to forget about Lucasfilm. I tell you what, I will listen to what other people have to say about the show. I will gather as much information as I can ahead of the show. And we'll see. And we'll see when the scripts get out there. We'll see. Yeah, I would like a Monte Cristo sandwich right now, my friend. Thanks for being here, Clopper in Times. All right, this is pretty great. Oh no, see you later, my friend. Thank you very much for being here, Martin Acosta Santana. I appreciate you. What's up, John Platt? Watch season 1 of Narcos on Netflix. Good show. Need to watch the rest sometime. Yeah. Once you get through the first couple of seasons and then you flip over to Narcos Mexico, it gets better. I mean, and I, like I said, I mean, I'm a huge admirer of that storytelling. I mean, the dramatic license on historical storytelling in that way, it felt very authentic. Really did. It was really, really good. Never watched Lupin the Third, but the theme song is dope. Okay. I will step into that, guys. Gina will give her number to anyone, but she only dates men that actually manage to beat her in a match. Are you still? Oh, heck no. Are you kidding? No. She's look, She's an amazing fighter. You have no idea what these MMA people are capable of. Yeah, no, no, no. Oh no, it's nothing serious, Willie. It's not that serious. Oh no, 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 no. Disease, guys, please don't worry about it. I'm a cautious person. I really am. So, we have to make it ourselves. Absolutely, that's exactly right, Mister Tickle Trunk. Anything being done now, you have to just expect ideology being injected. Well, at least for the next 2, 3, 4 years. Yes, yes, but we were beating it back. Gary tells a great story about it, but it's going to be 2 years. Gary's there 2 or 3 years down the road because that's when all this pre-production stuff happens. Once you get the machine working, the machine takes a while to get something out there. So we just have to accept it. Yeah, Drunk 3PO, dude. Drunk 3PO is a big human being. Believe me, having met him in person, he is not a small man. Not a small man. All the new good IP, they will come for it. The Expanse was our last hope. They came for it. Well, we're just going to have to make more and then not sell out to the machine. That's all it is. Yeah, nothing's safe. That's very true. Yeah, classic Fallout is greater than Bethesda Fallout. Well, they after 4, I was hopeful. I thought, and it has a lot of the adult Lincoln logs that I like, building out your settlements and everything. But, it was a little undercooked too. But when we got to Fallout 76, it pretty, to me, that kind of just indicates that you've died. I mean, you killed everything. Yeah. If they touch Babylon 5 before this ideology is gone, I'm gonna riot. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people feel that way. You should check out the Expeditionary Force novel series. Okay. 11 books out since 2014. Read them all in about 5 weeks. Great sci-fi. Fantastic. I love that. It's one of the reasons why I digested Kai's book so quickly. Kai's book is excellent, guys. I was going to try to put the book report or my review. I say it that way to irritate Kai, but I was going to try to put that up, the review up tomorrow, but it's just not possible. There's too many other things going on, and I want to give it full effort and full credit. So, but it'll show up. I'll get it done. If I somehow manage to find extra time today and tomorrow morning, I'll get it out. But I just don't want to give it short shrift because it's such a quality piece of writing. It's excellent. So, guys, if you haven't checked out Space Crime Domino, the book that Kai MFS wrote, then you should do that. It's also available on Kindle now. It's an ebook. Yeah, we need to wait. Once the cancel culture blows over, we could make our own stuff until that point in time and then move forward with some form of a machine. But we need to build our own machine. And I think the Daily Wire understands this. I think Ben Shapiro over there gets it. You have to build your own machine to compete with the machine. So Hollywood is in decline. 100% accurate statement. Gaming is becoming the dominant media to a certain extent, which is why you're seeing all these new announcements of gaming movies, right? With all-star casts that are going to be poorly written and not do very well. So we'll see. I I'd wrestle Gina just to lose. No, I would not do that. It would be very uncomfortable. Prodigal Son was suggested to me to watch. I plan on checking that out. Two, I was told it was a good show. Actually, one of the creators that I work with consistently here on the platform does reviews of Prodigal Son, and they're very proud of it. And they think it's a very good show. I checked out the first couple of episodes when it first started, and I thought it had potential. It didn't hook me, so I didn't stay. I give you 2 or 3 episodes, usually 3, and if you haven't hooked me, I walk away. It's more efficient use of my time. If I miss something or I have to come back to something later, it's acceptable to me. But I keep hearing good things as well, Dark Shadow Logan, so I get you. What's going on, LQ3? Hail, Culture Casino. Hail to you. Hail, roll out. Yeah. I still don't do that as good as Tom. Tom needs to get to the house so we can get going. What's up, Geek Time TV? I'm glad you're here listening while at work. Can't wait to get with you. Hopefully I can make it tonight. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to hang out for a bit. Oh boy. Okay, Darius, I just want things to go the right way. So you guys, everybody's dealing with something right now. So always throw the most positive karma you have at everybody you meet, so you can get it back yourself, because everybody's dealing with something right now. What's up, Mirror Sphere? Good to see you, my friend. No, you would not be able to make your tap, my friend. I know you're a beast, but no. Just stepping in the ring counts as a win. He will beat me to a pulp and choke me out, Gina, but I've already won. Oh, you guys are so great. I love you all. Culture, if new IPs are created, do you think we should gatekeep them? I'm not sure that's the right word. I think if you manufacture, if you build your own machine, right, you are quality control, so you know all the parts, right? You know the design in and out pretty intimately. Same thing goes with the IP you create. It's up to the creator to be their own gatekeeper in a way. And if you hire somebody to make your product, and they are as diligent as you are about making sure all the cogs and wheels go together properly and all the fan belts are spinning the right direction, then I mean, is that gatekeeping? I think that's just building a quality organization. And the rule one of walking in the door of any business I start is no politics. There's no politics here. You can have them. You can't fight about them. I would prefer you not talk about them. Same thing Gary did. I don't want to hear about religious stuff either in the workplace. I think that's a personal thing. Keep your personal things to yourself. How about that? I think that's good. Now, I still want humor in the workplace. I still want good humor. I want again, it comes down to culture. Develop a positive culture in your environment. I've worked in some corporations that had great culture. I worked in corporations that had very poor culture. And I watched good culture turn into crap culture very quickly, and I left the industry. So there you go. So yeah, I know that probably wasn't exactly the answer you were looking for, but there you are. There you are. Yeah, be nervous. How's that? Be nervous. I only sell out for 4 billion Star Wars. I'll only sell out for a 4 billion Star Wars level price tag. Yeah, actually. Look, if you can afford to do that, you can afford to come up with another idea, and you will be able to build your own mechanism and to support it. So, Disease is like, I'm 6'2", 200, so I ain't scared much. Yeah. All right. You guys are awesome. The Atom RPG team, indie developers, made a great game for classic Fallout fans. Modern Russian classic Fallout. I'll have to check it out. I love those games. They really make me feel good. But it seems like Bethesda was more excited about putting out an online Fallout rather than putting a quality. Oh, absolutely, dude. They're in their phone game, Fallout Shelter. They're really invested in that too. Because it doesn't take a lot. I mean, the development and the advancement of that doesn't take a lot, and you get a ton of money from those. Just a ton. Yeah. The established is doubling down, my friend. They really are. Their cancel culture is what he's referring to, not me. Although sometimes he calls me CZ. But no, they are doubling down on their cancel culture. But it's going to bite them in the back end. And we have a story about that here too later on, for sure. What's going on, Kip? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate you. More great sci-fi would be great. Absolutely. Yeah. Darius, I am so sorry, man. I feel bad. Prayers for you and your family, my friend. Hey, everyone. Domestic something doesn't count at night. I hope you're ready for Street Smarts. That's right. It's right. We read that. That was several tweets going around about that one. Mad Mardigan and I are doing Street Smarts after this show in about About an hour and 15 minutes, I think. So, and I have a short meeting in between that with Willie, I hope. Let's see. Oh, the chat jumped, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, wow. John Platt. Thank you for the super sticker, my friend. A £2 super sticker from John Platt. Let me see if I can find what it was. Oh, it's a Hey You. It's a Hey You pair. Awesome. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. And I really appreciate the icon there. That's awesome. That's a cool icon. All right. Let's see. As long as she puts my head in a leg. There you go. You guys are terrible. If you have an IP and don't bend to the Twitter mob, you win. No gatekeeping needed. Yeah, I think that's probably true. I think that's the only way to do it. Also, if you don't sell your IP to a corporation that will sell you out to Twitter style mobs, you win. That's also true. Which is why, The Expanse was already intersectional. They didn't need to do what they did. And I understand they had an actor that went the wrong way and did some bad stuff, but the last 3 episodes of the most recent season are trash. Yeah, a lot of these people just want to wrestle with Gina. I still think she'd whoop y'all. Agreed, Lord Vader. In business speak, it's considered building your brand. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, separation of church and state is supposed to protect freedom of religion. Absolutely. And freedom from compelled religion. Okay? Because the colonies were concerned with the Church of England. Right? So there you are. I'm taking my IPs to the grave with these diamond hands. There you go. Diamond hands. What's up, Ken Jack Ben? Appreciate it. Really do appreciate you being here, my friend. Walt Disney was born in 1901 and died in 1966. Is it 66? Man, long time ago. The only politics at the Culture Casino is the politics of dance. Oh man, let me tell you, I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, executive producer Sol Leibowitz. What's going on, Fat Steven Seagal? Great show in the lurk mode. Absolutely. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Yeah, we have so many great creators that just drop in and hang out with us. It's pretty awesome. Michael T, High Desert Comics, is a content creator. I don't think it's gatekeeping. It's testing the market. Kibble Smith, almost got me to say it, tried the new characters thing, but put politics in front of the story. 100% accurate. You're exactly right. Favreau did it without politics and almost revived a fandom. Well, he did. He was close. It's close. Got a lot of people back that said they would never go back. Now you got people that'll never come back. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. And that's how people feel. They feel pretty burned. What do we got? Yeah, I don't care what Disney has to offer me. My book for my book series that I'm working on, it'll never be up for sale. Smart. Control your IP. License it. Insist on complete creative control like the Tolkien estate. Although that seems to have gone out the window. I don't really want to talk about that right now because I've not heard anything positive. Gary's not helping from the stuff that he's hearing, and Doomcock isn't either. So I'm not super excited about it. Pretty bummed out. So why does Hollywood double down on cancel culture when it obviously and immediately hit them? Look, you go after it. At this point in time, they're essentially taking out strategic pieces on the board, right? And they're playing chess. If somebody gets too much traction and plays against the narrative that they're trying to craft, they're going to eliminate them. So if you're a challenge, if you have any skeleton in your closet, which everybody has, you're going to be targeted. And that's crap. I mean, you should never deal with human beings with that in your mind all the time. And unfortunately, the stories you hear about Hollywood are not wrong. It is the most backstabbingest place in the whole world. So it is what it is. So Oh, here's a good question. Hey, Culture, are you going to watch Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League? Of course, absolutely. I have both feet in, and once it started to become more and more likely that it was going to be real, I put both feet in that. Absolutely. I want to see a good version of this film. Justice League was an atrocity. It really was. And I would say that if Zack didn't have the kind of overly involved studio executives in his path, we would have ended up with a lot of other things. We really would have, and better things. I still, that Ayer thing with the Suicide Squad really still bothers me. Didn't like the Juggalo Joker at all. Yep, it is your job to distribute pumpkins to all dimensions. Absolutely. Thank you, Ken Jackman. Lorena, hey, all was stuck in meetings, so dropping in between meetings, so I have to catch the replay. Thank you, Lorena. Appreciate you. Great show today with AFK Bard. It just premiered a little bit ago. The Lunch Table, which shows up on Tuesdays right after my 6-minute daily. Guys should check that out sometime. Great interviews, amazing interviews. They had RMB on there recently. Just freaking phenomenal. Just super cool. Let's see. We've got, thanks, Disease. Appreciate it. Take care. And we'll see you soon, my friend. We'll see you soon. First 3 seasons of The Expanse was great. Absolutely. That's absolutely true. What did Alex actually do? They won't even say. I think to a normal pro thing, it was a nothing burger. It's out there. It's out there what they were concerned with. Let's just put it. Had to cough. Sorry. Let's see. What do we got? I want to get to some of these other stories. We're 51 minutes in. We've only covered the George Lucas thing and cancel culture in Hollywood. Let's see. Where are we going? Politics of dance, like ballet, jazz, lyrical, modern, tap. I know several styles. Well, excellent. I actually like ballroom dancing. I need to do that again. What's going on, Stone Cold Jeremy? Looking good, my friend. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Hey, RC from the NYC. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Great having you here this morning, especially the daily. I had a lot of fun on the daily, guys. And if I can, between the articles, I like to be able to talk to whoever shows up. It's a blitz, that's for sure. 6 minutes is a short period of time. There's a lot of stories to cover through too. So, what do we got? Yes, I was thoroughly enjoying seasons 1 to 4 of The Expanse, but from what I've heard about the 5th season, it's gone over the top. Yeah, it's the intersectional stuff. Yeah, especially the last 3 episodes. It's hard to take. It's tough to take. Hey, Godzillionaire, finally caught a stream. Thanks for giving me something to listen to while working. Well, thank you for being here, and I love your icon. You guys, we have some of the most creative people in the world. You guys are so great. I appreciate it. Gary is pretty much a naysayer these days. I find it hard to listen to, and I don't like listening to bad reports. I tend to stay hopeful instead of angry. Well, if you guys know, I try not to be overtly angry about things. I try to think through them. And that's probably why I like to approach things from a business side. I love watching Gary, but I understand what you're saying. It's just easier for me to always question, why would you do this when it's going to lose money? Why would you do this when it's not going to make you the most money? Why are you every time you do that, you make those decisions to remove an opportunity for betterment, you have a problem. And if your idea of betterment is exclusion, it's not. That's the problem, is they create these positions of inclusion. What they really are exclusionary things, right? Because they're essentially looking to gatekeep a certain segment and overly represent whatever it is they're including. We end up with overrepresentation of stuff, which isn't realistic. And everybody's looking for a different form of realism in their entertainment, but you're interested in entertainment, right? And not all the other garbage that's been going on for so long. What's up, YetiCast? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. If I was the executive producer on Justice League, it would have More robots, hookers, and blackjack. Well, executive producer Sol Leibowitz, that would have been an interesting, an interesting movie. Yeah, they did make him. Yeah, I know they made him reshoot over 50% of the film. Look, it's a total mess when the studios get involved in these things. They screw it up. They shouldn't be involved. You hired a person to do a job. This is the same thing. You have consider it this way, and we'll get to a part of this story, I hope. But Kathleen Kennedy was in a position where um, she fires more. I won't say more. She fires as many people as she brings in for projects as she's made projects. If that makes sense, it's insane. I've never seen people come and go so quickly. After signing a deal, it's just nuts. It doesn't make good financial sense. Ken Jack Ben, I despise Zack Snyder's take on DC Comics characters. I proved the DC comic carriers the way. They were nothing like Marvel at all. Inspirational, bright, and optimistic. No, you have a very gritty Batman that I was hoping we'd get out of the Reeves movie, but we got Pattinson. I really feel like he was like forced into that role by somebody. I don't think that was a choice that Reeves made. And you want to tell a detective story. If you're trying to tell that story, that's the way to go. If you want to tell a Superman story, hope, optimism, that type of thing. Superman is your character. Wonder Woman similarly. I mean, like I said, the dark shadows in the DC stuff was Batman related, and I really loved all. On the Marvel side of things, I really enjoyed all the Hell's Kitchen characters. Those are some of my favorite stories. Anyway, Sylvester Stallone had to do Rocky scenes in one take due to a tiny budget. He did. Actor, writer, director, brilliant man, producer. Say what you will about Sly. Freaking genius. Meanwhile, Hollywood is reshooting 50 to 70% of their films for hundreds of millions, and they're still garbage. You're 100% right, Darius. You are 100% right. Louvian agrees with you. Culture, one question. What is your absolute favorite Mel Gibson directed film? Mine is Apocalypto. I don't think I could argue with your choice. Let's see. I'm doing this on a stream because I want to make sure. I think the argument could be made that Passion of the Christ would also be yeah, Apocalypto. That's probably right. Sorry, took me a minute. I just wanted to make sure. LOL, Gary. Yeah, he does. Yeah, no black pills, right? Hey, no, you're fine, accidental tourist. Thanks for being here. Why are you using your customer base constantly? It's a good question. You don't want to do that. You want to bring them in the door, Islington. Girl, you absolutely do. Everybody would watch that, Willie. Yeah, no one. Season 5 of The Expanse turned into a stretched out snooze fest. It did. And again, the last 3 episodes, you just want to find an elevator shaft. All right. Jesse Miller at the Crow's Nest. Yeah. Dude, good to see you, though. Oh, man, that sucks. Well, at least you can listen here. I hope you feel better, brother. That sucks. I hate it when I get sick. There are approximately 42 inhabitable dimensions. We reside in the prime dimension. 42 is the limit of dimensions because if there are any more, life cannot exist. Thus, 42 is the meaning of life. Very good. Analytically, I'm a minority, while a trans non-binary human with blue hair and dark skin is more prevalent. Majority. Jokes on them. I am an incel virgin cis white male. Critical. Hey, what's up? Bat Sparkles, that's right. Hey, Krista Joe. Look, everybody's rolling in. Yeah, I saw that. I do not understand what's happening in the market. I have to say, and again, a lot of the positions that I would, be in favor of or holds, I mean, I just don't. I don't know what's going on with Disney stock. There is nothing positive coming out of the company right now. Tom's driving. So I really enjoyed listening to Gary and Doomcop on the Inquisition, critiquing and eviscerating shows such as STD, Picard, Batwoman, and Dismal Disney Lucas Star Wars. Yeah, a lot of people do. And the breakdowns are incredible. Critical Drinker does an extraordinary job. What an amazing talent. Holy cow. Brilliant writer, too. If you guys don't know, he writes books. Superman is Reeves style, or I don't care. Yeah, absolutely. Braveheart, friggin' phenomenal film. Yeah, like you said, I mean, I'm always navigating those questions carefully because it's hard. Because I feel like sometimes what I've seen most recently has the biggest impression. So sometimes I don't give fair weight to any film that came before or that I've seen. Like I said, the things I've seen recently are sometimes the things that get stuck in my head as the best or better or any of that. Riff Magos, looking back at film and TV during the last 20 years or so, I am glad I lost myself in the golden age of Hollywood film era. Oh, absolutely. You can always go back. The first 100 years in film are pretty good, guys. You can always go backwards. One of the best things in the first film class that I took was the silent film era. Just amazing. Just the ability to convey something with a little bit of, oftentimes, played in the theater music in the background to the film. It's just amazing. Just amazing. Yeah, it really did. I think it did a really good job of that, but I think Apocalypto is better. And Braveheart might. You guys, that's a tough question. It drives me crazy. Best Marvel comic book character that has been adapted to a TV show has to be Daredevil. You are not wrong. Like I said, I love those characters. I love the Hell's Kitchen stuff. It was pretty amazing. Really was. Hey, Roof Korean, good to see you, my friend. Wanted to give a shout out to Ryan Cannell. Excellent. He set me up with a watch list to prepare for the Snyder Cut. I thought Man of Steel and BVS Ultimate Edition were okay. I am late to the party when it's DC. And by the way, everybody, you were waiting for him. Here he is, the great Tom Connors. What's up, Tom?
Who are we waiting for?
Just you, buddy. Just you.
Me?
You weren't waiting for anybody. I was just talking. I miss hanging out with you, man. You're busy. You don't have time for people anymore. Anyway,
they were poking and prodding me. I couldn't get out of there.
Hey, how? I just
had to fight for my life and run.
Well, usually when you try to escape a doctor office, hospital, dentist,
never going back to the vet,
public library, those things. All right. Well, we only made it through the first story, which was essentially, Lucas getting writing credit on 2 episodes of Cassian Andor.
Okay.
That was it. Have you heard differently?
This is kind of the first I heard about it. Ryan Cannell had said something about not to buy into it because obviously, his name's attached to everything because of characters. But as far as him, I heard he was writing something, but I highly doubt they'd waste his time on a Casio keyboard series.
Well, here's okay. So much of this feeds into the things we were starting to hear about midsummer. I don't know how to feel about it. I haven't been able to get a hold of anybody to find anything out at all. So I'm going to sit on it and just assume that, we're consistently hearing the same kinds of things again. I don't know.
I know.
We'll see.
I heard if anything, he was working on the Obi-Wan series, and then that was a while ago. And then I figure I heard something about maybe a movie, but I don't know.
Well, look, if they're trying to do the Thrawn thing, they should do the Thrawn thing. The world between worlds is literally on the table. I mean, it hasn't moved anywhere, but it's on the table.
They lost me with the whole Gina Carano thing. I'm
Well, they
done.
lost everybody. And that's largely the conversation that we were going to have to a certain extent. But Disney's not blind to the fact that they are having some trouble when it comes to dealing with the government, dealing with the public, dealing with a lot of different things right now. What's up, Roger Hayes? Good to see you. They just did a new hire. They just brought in Susan Fox to talk to the government now, because the government's going to start looking at them with more scrutiny. You guys the other day started to cover a little bit of the SEC investigations, the whistleblowers now moving forward on the civil side, right? And you have and you have a lot of other balls in the air when it comes to your involvement with China and other things. They're going to start to get weighed down in these governmental issues, even more so. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, what else can you do here at this point? I mean, they're falling apart from the inside out. I mean, Susan's, who is this lady and what has she done?
This is Susan Fox. She's going into essentially the government liaison position. Essentially, she's been with the company for 20 years, and she's taking over Richard Bates's job. He passed away in December.
Okay.
She's going to be the senior VP of government relations, and she reports directly to Braverman. So he is the general counsel and secretary at the company. So this is one of those things. They are constantly doing lobbying, which they have here. But because they have, and again, it says specifically because of their presence in different sectors. But they also have to have people in positions here that can dodge some of these bullets that are going to be coming their way, and have already been coming their way. So I think it'll be really interesting. I mean, she was a legal advisor to the FCC chairman at the time, William Kennard, before she joined Disney in 2001. So she's politically connected. So look, the SEC thing's that's not going away. They've been on it now for I think 3 years, a little longer than 3 years, a little over 3 years. They haven't been able to make that disappear since the whistleblower pretty much handed everything over to financial crimes. So I don't know. And right now, I mean, if anything, Disney's in a position where they will stop winning the right to acquire other companies. I can't believe they were able to get the Fox deal pulled together, and they're eating up the industry. At a certain point, the government's going to have to say no. I don't know where you fall on any of that, but
I just find the whole thing kind of strange. I mean, the amount of money that they're being, do I believe it that they stole this money, or that they are funneling it in some way?
They're misreporting. They blatantly misreported revenue to shareholders, amongst other things. But that being the primary, big bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is they're hiding this money, or however they're doing it, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I just find the amount odd, because it's
well, consider this. We know that graft is punishable by death in China. Most of you guys know that. And lots of money disappeared in the construction, I'm going to use that word, of Shanghai Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Revenues were strangely not reported properly during the same time, and beyond that, I mean, going into every quarterly, financials perhaps were exaggerated one way or another in various sectors. So they've got problems, and it's a lot of money. It's, I mean, and believe me, you are not allowed to do that when you report. You can't. You can't. You can't.
Right.
So somebody's going to get in big trouble, and maybe many somebodies. And I don't think McCarthy's safe. I really don't. But we'll find out.
Right.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get off on that too much.
No, you're fine. I don't have much to say other than, I think they did it. I think the amount of money that's keeps being bantied about is odd. It doesn't add up.
Yeah. There's the constant $10 fluctuations. They own everything, but people stop buying anything Disney. Yeah, I know, it's really weird. It's really odd what's going on with the stock price right now. I don't understand it. And I'm in an ethical place when it comes to Disney stock. So it's just, it is what it is. Iger being nominated for ambassador to China was more an implication than an honorable thing, in my opinion. No, absolutely. Absolutely. And we're sure it's not VP of CCP government contact. Well, not that position. There kind of is one of those. They have an international relations person that does that. But anyway. Unfounded rumor or story. Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah. A while back, right? 20th Century Fox, and then they had to divest certain elements in order to make the deal work for the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
I went into that entire case. Let's see. Sorry, Tom. I'm less dynamic at the moment. I apologize.
No, you're fine. I just stumbled in the door and hopped online here and only heard part of your show. So.
Oh no, you didn't miss a whole lot. The first part of it was 100% the Lucas thing, and of course, obviously, the state of Disney, and that's kind of what this whole thing is about: is Disney LucasFilm, and that's kind of what the subject is. I think this show and maybe a few others this week is going to be, because it's not good. Kitty Bear, transracial horror, I love that, has no money. Disney has no money. They fake having money. Hey, they have a lot of assets. And the concept of, borrowing against those assets isn't beyond them, right?
No, that's what they do on a regular basis.
They do. Yeah, they got some very favorable terms to build a war chest as we entered into the thing that we're dealing with globally right now. Yeah. But that money is starting to disappear. They have committed to spending $14 billion over the course of the next 2 years to put content on Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
You have multiple sports package negotiations to be done, including the NFL rights deal, which they already overpaid for. I think their last deal was $1.9 billion for their one game a week for Monday Night Football on ESPN.
Damn.
That deal over that. Well, of course, that was over the years that it was covering, but still, it was nearly double what everybody else paid. Fox got the best deal at the time, which Fox Sports is an independent thing, guys. It's not part of Disney, but their deal for all the games they carry every week was under $1 billion. I think 874 million or something, or maybe it ticked up to 900 million, something like that.
Yeah.
So, and again, I mean, the NFL is desperate to get them to cut a bigger deal this time because they have a salary cap to go up. Disney is balking. Fox is looking like it's balking. And I think NBC is the only one that's pretty much going to try to keep what they got. So we'll see. We'll see. We know for sure that one of the Thursday night folks are going to drop their games. So you won't see, the Fox is not going to carry Thursday anymore. So they're going to have to find somebody else with Amazon to do broadcasts of Thursday if they don't just do them all back on their own network again. So we'll see. But anyway, It's just most people don't care about the sports stuff. So, Disney is their earnings are odd right now. They're not getting them from their two primary sources. Their primary sources, consistent sources for the long time, the cash cow, as Tom and I call it, are their parks. The film industry was a lot of gravy, but it takes a lot of money and a lot of other people's money to make films, and the payback on those is long time coming. And Star Wars cost them $4 billion.
4.05, yeah.
Yep. And do you know how much they still need to make on Star Wars?
Well, let's see. They spent $200-300 million on each movie, and they've roughly made what? They might have made their money back on the movies, but there's no way they've made anything really back on them. I mean, if they've made half their money back by now, I'd be surprised.
Well, they can't have, because they spent $2 more billion.
That's what I was going to say. Then you add in the $2 billion on the parks, but then you bring in whatever as far as minus merchandising and stuff like that, licensing deals. They'd be luck to it again. Like, even after all that stuff, I'd be surprised if they've made half their money back.
Yeah, Terry, I think you're in good shape with your stock. I think. And then
this whole thing really,
All right, this is not good news. Tiger Woods involved in a serious one-car rollover accident. Jaws of Life, he was taken to hospital in unknown condition.
Ooh.
And it happened at 7:30 this morning and just reported now. Crap. It's terrible. Thank you for that, Commander Ed Straker of Shadow. I appreciate that. I'm trying to catch the braking cycle right now. It's being reported different ways. Multiple leg injuries and single car accident.
Yeah, it just says hospital with injuries.
Yeah. That is bad news. That's a real shame. His career got cut short for a lot of the physical aspects. He was such a great talent at golf. I don't know why it would have waited so long to get released. If it was anywhere near his home in Jupiter, Florida, I mean, that's a pretty mum town. So, I mean, that's why the golfers live there. Anyway, sorry. Sounds like they're cooking their books. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Look, ultimately, the reason Disney's getting so much attention right now is because of this story. Because they fired the most popular actress that they had. Fired maybe isn't the right term. They didn't renew her contract. Whatever it is, it's essentially the same. And essentially eliminating her character. I don't think they're even going to consider recasting it. I think they're just not going to have her come back, which means the Ranger show's toast or has to be completely retooled. That's a problem. And like you said, if they knew for a fact they were going to be shaking her out of a tree, then they knew the show was not going to go forward. So they basically lied to everybody at Investor Day. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but
no, I don't see them recasting her at all.
Yeah,
as far as that part, I don't know. The whole thing's done as far as I'm concerned. They done fucked it up.
Well, and they were making inroads towards getting the fans back on board with stuff, right? And it is what it is. But now we're in this weird hole where we have a dearth of interesting Star Wars content. We have fans that are walking away, and you then have KK, again, we've all covered this news. KK comes forward in an Oscars, technical, award category to do a video and gets completely eviscerated, right? Because everybody's calling out her hypocrisy. Well, let's add more flame to the fire, because I don't know if anybody knows about this, but Favreau and Pascal go behind the scene of The Mandalorian as AFI award honorees. So, this is now out there on the AFI channel. This has not gotten a whole lot of viewership. It's available over on YouTube right now. They talk about the second season, the Crate Dragon Attack episode, and the Marshall. Right, but specifically, Pedro is in one of these videos. So far, there are 400 views and 4 comments when I looked at it this morning. I think that'll probably change. I put the link in the description if you want to go and check it out. Talking about what's going on with the show. Mm-hmm. Conveniently, there isn't going to be a mention of anything having to, do with Miss Carano or her no longer being on the show. It's going to be focused on these 2 episodes. But I have a feeling that the fans are going to go and eat on this too. I think that once this gets picked up by somebody, it's going to be pretty ugly. And it's a real shame because, up until this point, there were a lot of people invested in the show. Personally, I wasn't terribly invested, but I was invested in Gina. You know what I mean? She's the best character that they had.
Yeah, outside of the baby, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, I just want let me catch up with some of these super chats, and we'll keep going. Ray J's World asked the question. Actually, we talked about this right at the beginning. Ray J's World for $5. Any truth to George Lucas writing 2 episodes of Andor? He's getting credit for it. Right now, he's being attributed to 2 episodes in IMDb, amongst other things that have come out about that. I'm inclined to believe that he's involved in writing those 2 episodes. I haven't been able to gain 100% confirmation. Hopefully that's a good enough answer. So,
boy, the AFI is another dead channel, evidently. 235,000 subscribers and only 312 views on this Jon Favreau video. And it's been out for like 5 hours.
Yep.
Just wait till we get a hold of it.
I know, and that's the thing. So, guys, in the description to the video I have up right now is the one to the Pedro.
Now, the Pedro one has 890 some.
It went up 400 then from when I saw it this morning. So, but I have
nothing on there. Only one about Gina.
I have a feeling it's going to get cooked. So anyway, so that's out there, guys. If you want to talk about Mandalorian, there you go. Jin Wong says, in business school, it is taught why Blockbuster and Netscape failed. If positive change for the future is to be taught, Disney must fail. I think they're going to have a certain amount of failure. Mm-hmm. As an entity outright, I don't know. I think that they would be acquired, or pieces of them would be acquired before they completely failed. I think that they'll have a significant amount of turnover at some point. When that is, who knows, but we'll find out. So I think they will kill Cara Dune off screen and never use her again. I don't think they'll do that. If they do Qui-Gon Gimli, I think that'd be terrible. Tom?
If they do that, then they'll really piss off the fans. I mean, what few fans they have left.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is probably the best statement. They terminated their working relationship over a lie. They did. They absolutely did. Let's see. I did get your super chat, my friend. I just covered it. So yeah, sorry about that, my friend. It took us a minute to get there. I apologize. I appreciate the $5 super chat, Ray J's World. Let's see. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Leg injuries and back issues. Sounds like his golf career is over. That super sucks. What a great talent. His sweater is no bueno. It's not good. What's up, El Punk Tracy? Good to see you. AFI, the AFI Awards is a trash award show. Absolutely, but everybody has to have one. That band of humans in Hollywood have to appreciate each other. They have to constantly be affirmed by others in their field. That's just the way they roll. And all these award shows are, how does Jeremy put it? Huffing their own farts. Is that probably a decent way of putting that, Tom?
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you have any thoughts on Well, I don't even want to get into that. I'm not going to tell anybody to go do anything, but I think this AFI thing's going to blow up in people's faces pretty soon. Yeah. Well, Ken Jack Ben says, "Hey Tom, but you're one of those creative types that wants to be in the position of somebody making money off their creations, so you don't really care about much if it's not yours." That's true. I don't know, Tom.
It's not totally true.
Yeah.
I mean, I care about a lot of stuff. I've gotten to a point with Star Wars where I broke up with the prequels, I broke up with Last Jedi, and now this is it. It's like I can't give it any more fucking chances. You know, I'm done. I know the last two are Disney's fault, but it's still part of Star Wars, I guess, however you want to put it.
Yeah. Well, DJ Scandalist for the $5 super chat. I really appreciate your support, my friend. I hope you guys are all subscribed to DJ Scandalist. He's heck of a guy, great creator in his own right. Really, really awesome channel, in my opinion. And DJ Scandalous says, "Thank you guys for always providing us with content to listen, watch." Yep, absolutely. Thumbs up. I don't need SiriusXM when you guys provide better content. You know what? I am done with them too. This has been a weird year of me canceling. Just Tom, have you canceled entertainment? Like, I mean, I know you can't cancel too much, but have you found yourself doing less and less of consumption?
Well, I don't even really get a chance to watch anything anyway, so for me to get rid of Disney Plus was not really that big of a deal.
Right.
I did cut down on a lot of my extra channels on Amazon.
Right.
So I pretty much just got like Amazon, Netflix, and Hulu right now.
Yeah.
That's about it. And Hulu I might even dump yet, so...
Yeah, Hulu's just, I don't know. It just fell off the planet. Plus it's Disney. So, I'm not, I'm going to get mostly out of the Disney business. I really am. I mean, I'm going to have the knowledge I have from the places I have it, but I'm really frustrated. I'm really, really frustrated. Thank you for the super chat, DJ Scandalous. You're awesome, man. Appreciate you and all your support. What's up, Parrothead? No, they are not getting ratioed yet. Ray G's World. I don't think anybody knows it's out there. And when this show is over,
now,
do they?
I just let everybody know.
Oh, you are a good man, Charlie Brown. Yep, I was about.
I sent it to the FNT crew.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See what happens.
It's going to be great.
They don't pay much attention to me, so.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good on the ratio, but dislikes are okay too. I know some people don't like some of the stuff I say, but we'll see. Yeah, it will get a ratio to Oblivion 100%. Yeah, a lot of people don't like him so much. We'll have to see. Government could get involved in this, Ray J. That's the thing. We're reaching a point where these conglomerates have too much power. Do you know what the government doesn't like? Entities that might be more powerful than they are. So at some point, balance will be restored. We'll see. It may not be anytime soon, but I can't imagine them letting corporations get the upper hand. Although it seems like it's starting to happen. I mean, if you can buy politicians off to a certain level, maybe you don't care anymore. Hey, RC from the NYC, thank you so very much for joining us today. You have to head out. I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate your support. I really do. You guys are great. I want Tom to notice me and keep the koalas watered. There you go. Ironcaster, can you notice Ironcaster real quick, Tom?
Hey, Ironcaster.
You guys are awesome. Sorry, guys. I am having allergies really badly.
Koalas in the rain.
Koalas in the rain.
No fucks given.
Koala. Star Wars won't be good again until it's for sale in the bargain bin.
I hate to break it to everybody. Star Wars ain't going to be good again no matter what period. Just it's done. It's over with.
I think they fried it. I think they may have put it in the deep fryer at this point. We'll see. Oh yeah, that's right. Street Smarts is coming up in 35 minutes, or actually less than that, 32 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to be over there doing that. That's a lot of fun. Someday maybe Matt will rope Tom into doing one. They're a lot of fun watching the old after school specials. It's good times most of the time. So. I've had many talks with Tom, and that is far from the that is far from the truth at Culture Casino. I don't know which thing. Which thing was that referring to? Do you know, Tom, what that statement is?
Probably having passion about other things.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Bear Dog's being a chore. Okay. Anyway, okay. Geek Tropology, I left them this comment. Let's see what it is. Sorry, I love his acting, but The Mandalorian betrayed Gina Carano, and neither Pedro nor Favreau support her whatsoever. I don't want to have him in anything I ever paid for ever again. Good for you, Geek Tropology. I have a feeling there are going to be more and more of those things. I think we'll get there. But
Jesse.
Yeah, I said, yeah, Jesse's been in here for a bit. Yeah.
They took a lot of blood today.
Are you okay?
Nah, I'm just woozy.
You need a hug?
I need a nap. My arm hurts.
Yeah.
They shot me up full of shit, and then they took blood, and my side all hurts.
We're gonna start winding down. I want to get through the super chats that we've got. We didn't get to the last thing I wanted to cover, but that's okay. We run out of time. We get engaged. The audience is great, and it is what it is. So
what? We're engaged now? Shit.
No.
I was talking about the gay thing just for insurance.
Oh, okay.
That was it. I didn't mean for us to get married.
Larry says Hulu's Disney owned. Yep, it is. Yep, it's really easy to get rid of Disney. You just have to realize what they own and get rid of them. And a lot of people have dumped Hulu and Netflix for now. Yep, they either don't have time, or you realize even in the midst of the time when you have been home for a freaking year, that you don't have the time to give to that stuff because it's too frustrating. It's way too frustrating. I've had many talks with Tom, and that is far from the truth. $5.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember what it was referring to.
Me having passion, and I'm the one who lost a bunch of blood today.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's actually Bear Dog. Yeah, not a kitty.
Dog.
Yeah. M Tax Shark for $1.99. Super sticker. Thank you for the super sticker. Tax Shark with the thumbs up. I love that one. You know what? Sometimes when Roger Haynes will send me one of those too. I love that. You guys are great. Ray's World is sending us another super chat. Let's get to that real fast. Yes, Louvre and Bear Dog. I love Bear Dog. Ray's World. My feeling is the subscription model is money losing. To a certain point, it is. I mean, it took 200 and something million subscribers for Netflix to make money?
Technically,
right?
Yes. I mean, it is lucrative. Don't get me wrong. I mean, this is what people are like, I don't understand. Well, here's the thing. This is the best way I've found to explain it. Most average people watch maybe one or two shows on their streaming service every month, maybe a movie or two. The way like HBO is working, they're releasing all their big movies for 1 month to the service, right? Yep. So let's say if you have HBO Max and the only thing you watch was Wonder Woman back in December, they got your $15.99. Chances are most of you out there listening don't buy DVDs, don't buy a lot of Blu-rays. I mean, even most film fans have moved over to digital. And even those, a lot of them don't buy. People have kind of quit buying movies. Now, there is still a market for it. Don't get me wrong. And there are still people like me and other people who love physical media. Don't get me wrong. But basically, the average general person maybe buys one or two movies a year, if that. So if you're spending $15 a month on HBO Max, that's like buying 12 movies a year from Warner Brothers that you never would have bought before.
Yep.
Because all that other stuff that's on there, that's just old school. They have to pay residuals on certain things, yeah, but it's so minuscule that's the whole point, and that's why they do all their original programming, is because that's all their money then. Yep. Because like if you get Netflix and you watch an HBO movie or a Fox movie or what have you, well, then HBO gets a percentage of that, and Fox, aka Disney, gets a percentage of that. But if it's a Netflix streaming show or a Netflix movie, they get to keep the money. So it's all kind of, oh, hey, Gary, how you doing?
Wow, Gary's here? Oh, goodness.
Yeah. So that's like the whole thing is just like, I look at it this way, as long as they can get, and they almost depend on you forgetting to cancel is what it is. Right. It's this whole model of, 9 times out of 10, you don't really use it enough and they just get to pocket the money.
Thanks for being here, Gary. I appreciate you, man. I didn't even know you were lurking. See, you never know who's hanging in the background. That was awesome.
See, he was entertained until I got here and started babbling. They took blood, Gary.
Yeah, well, no,
My brain's not working.
I was completely not engaged in the material. And I should have been. So I feel like I let everybody down. But no, the subscription model, I think, to answer that in my own words, the subscription model requires too many subscribers to be profitable. That's the thing Disney is actually having trouble with, and they're going to dude. I still think it's going to be 2024.
Disney, I think, will have an easier time at it than HBO Max. Disney might even already be starting to see a little bit of profit. Again, like I said, these you got to remember the digital services. The only overhead they really have is just their server farms,
Which is a huge upfront cost.
It can be, but a lot of them are amortizing it through Amazon.
That's true, AWS, but I think Disney built out a substantial portion of their infrastructure, and they really rushed it internationally.
That could be as well, but like again, and that's just because they want to be self-sustained, right? And Warner Brothers is the same way. Yeah. Like the rest of these services, they ain't gonna last. The only ones that are gonna be left standing are Amazon, Netflix, Disney, and HBO. Let's be real.
Right. And Disney doesn't own their own telecom. Like Comcast and
no, that's one downside they have. But again, like a lot of these smaller services and stuff are really just going right through Amazon. So like even if you're watching who was it? Because I just seen a thing where like a bunch of these streaming services were just going to be hooking up to Amazon. So whenever you watch something on any of them, they're still coming straight from Amazon. Yeah, like a lot of your streaming services.
Yeah, they use AWS because the cost of distribute is cheaper. But here's the thing. I mean, again, there's a lot of upfront costs. There's a lot of years costs. Yes, it's amortized. You're not wrong, but you're still not making money. They're not making money.
It's still a lot less than what you'd cost producing physical media. That's the way the studios are looking at it.
Yeah, except, well, that's true. And anyway, there's still going to be people that'll purchase physical media because of all the things that we've seen as far as censorship and, different varying.
No, I know. And don't get me wrong, but like really, like basically physical media is the deadest it's ever been since the days of VHS. This is it. We're getting to a point where nobody buys movies anymore. I mean, I get it. And I mean, like I said, even a good portion of our audience probably does, but the general population does not buy movies.
and that's a problem because that was part of the business. You did make money on making those physical copies of things. And you continued to make money on those things year after year after year that they were in a store. Somebody's like, oh crap, I haven't seen The Two Towers in a long time. I'm going to grab that. Right. Even with a streaming service or two, but that part of their business is evaporating. Or they're killing it off themselves. It makes no sense. I mean,
no, it doesn't. But at the end, it's because they want control. Let's be real. This is all about control. Well, they've wanted this since the days of VHS. They didn't even want to do home media.
Yeah, well, but once they saw the lucrative path, they pursued it.
Well, then they didn't have a choice. But they wanted to go more with like pay-per-view type stuff. They didn't want VCRs in the home.
No, they didn't get it.
They wanted to go with disc-based formats. That's why they kept pushing, the laser discs and the precursors to Laserdisc and all that kind of stuff. They tried for years. The Laserdisc should have never stood around. Like, don't get me wrong, it was a great format, but it never sold. The studios at a cost basically made Laserdisc.
They did because of the format. The format was too big. It cost too much. It was a premium product for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, and they would have preferred we went that way because they didn't like videotape recorders.
No, dude, they were the size of freaking LPs. They were just huge. But Jesse Miller from the Crow's Nest for $4.99. Thank you, my friend. Everybody wants me to make T-shirts again. So, Tom, what was that company that you use? I got a pin.
Oh, I use Mixed Tees, MIXEDTEES, I believe it's spelled.
Yep, that's correct. Yep.
And
that's
I can probably get in touch with the guys who run the place. So
yeah, and and they're a very good service, and a lot of people use them, so they're pretty awesome. So if KK goes in September, it might be saved. You won't see her leave the studio until after Indiana Jones, is my guess. But
Well, that's what everybody's been saying. I mean, even people that I've talked to behind the scenes and stuff, they all say the same thing: is that she's more concerned right now with getting Indiana Jones done.
Yeah, this is probably a good analogy. Mandalorian was life support for Star Wars, and Gina pulled the plug.
Well, Gina didn't really. Kathy did. That's the thing. And, I mean, again, I know there's a lot of this arguments in the Cold War. And the thing is, this Cold War just got basically, we lost. We lost. Okay. Kathleen Kennedy pulled the nuke. She made sure that Gina was gone. They're going after Ahsoka next. Like I said, won't be long. And Favreau ain't going to have nobody left to work with.
Yeah. You need garlic, according to Loubriana Makara. So just keep that in mind. So.
I'm already a vampire.
Larry says, Roger Haynes stole my thumbs up sticker. You guys are so funny.
He stole it.
Yeah. Bear Dog is the baby Yoda of the Culture Casino channel. It's very true.
That's a cute puppy right there.
Look, and the boss was watching, so yay, Culture Casino.
The Culture Boss. Look at that.
Yeah, the boss was there. Yeah, the boss was watching. So
Mrs. Culture Boss.
There you go. All right, guys, we really have to step off. Thank you all for participating in the chats. For everybody who sent a super chat or super sticker today, extra thank you. Those of you that are my members, we are doing our member stream this weekend. Sorry, I didn't want to do it at the end of the month. I'm stuck doing it at the end of the month. It's not ideal. We'll try to do better next month. February is a short month, so you just run out of days. Anything you've got coming up, Tom? I know you guys have been crazy busy. I've been impressed every day. What's going on over there, man?
We were working on a Batman video. I don't know how far along we are on that script. Otherwise, there's just been the Gina news, and that's kind of been just soaking up all the oxygen. I mean, I really, not only is it something that's important, it's something we all need to get behind, period. I don't care if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're somebody who's sick and tired of this nonsense in any of these genres, this is where it begins. This is the point. This is a watershed moment for entertainment right here. And I think Andre touched on that in his video too. It's like, I think he brought it up earlier, is like, this is it. If we want to prove that, this can be done without Disney, without Warner Brothers, without the studios, this has to work. And that means they have to make a good movie. So it's on them as just as much as it is, the audience to pay attention.
Well, I think they're going to make a good film. I think that for every reason that Andre said specifically, you partnered with a quality human guy that's built this machine before, and that was part of the conversation when you were probably driving, Tom, where I said, if you have your own IP, you build your own engine, you're the engineer, you can keep all your pieces running. You can you have control of all the parts, the pieces of the mechanism for producing these things. You need to have that, and you need to have the structure for releasing it as well. And the Daily Wire is going to be able to do all those things. Yeah. And if we can build that concern into its own thing, it is a model for how to go about doing it for others, because that's what has to be done. And
And then not only that, if it's successful, then the next step is acquiring other properties. That's how it works. And then eventually, hopefully there'll be an even keel out there. But with the media the way it is, unfortunately, it's so fucking biased that at this point and I hope this Gina situation is kind of a turning point, because, all the journalists and everybody out there all fucking talking shit. And it's like, well, maybe it's because you got called out for your fucking lies. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's time y'all fucking face the truth. I've never seen media like this in my entire life. Growing up, the news, the reporters, all that kind of stuff, journalism actually meant something. I was in the same generation as, the Nixon era, to where, like that was, come on, if it wasn't for the newspapers,
Watergate and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, and compared to some of the shit that we've dealt with in the last 10, 15 years, that's fucking child's play.
Well, and but see, the problem is you have a fake narrative that's supported
exactly
by the media, and it's not. They don't live in the real world. They're selling the emperor new clothes every day. Don't be an emperor. Realize there's not wearing any clothes. It just frustrates me anyway. And yes, Sander Hammerslag, thank you for that. You're 100% right. They made a good Joker movie for $50 million, and they made $1 billion. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, so that means they probably made at least $600-700 million profit on it.
Yep. Yeah. And that's the model they should be using. And that's hopefully what they do with the Daily Wire. You make a $40 million movie. It makes, $700-800 million.
Well, and I'm not saying I'm sure you're saying the same thing. Not every superhero movie needs to be that cheap, or not every movie. But when you have a lot more movies like that, it makes movies like the Avengers seem that much more important. Yeah. And when you got every single Marvel movie coming out that costs $200 million, they're not as special anymore.
Yeah. And, it's everybody's going to have their opinion in media. And right now, I mean, I covered a story this morning on the 6 Minute Daily, the fact that, essentially the media is now calling out people that are calling them out, like Governor Cuomo and stuff like that. It's just, and they called Governor Cuomo, I kid you not, CNN, I think it was Stelter, said, they called Governor Cuomo Trumpian. They actually took his name and turned it into an adjective.
Hey.
I know. Journalism is dead. All right, guys, we are definitely stepping off now.
Yeah, you got another show to get to.
Yeah. I got a great show to go hang out with in 15 minutes with Mad Mardigan over on the JMC Productions channel for Street Smart. So if you guys get a chance to check that out, that would be great. Thank you, each and every one of you, for being here. Thank you, Tom, for rushing from the doctor to get here. I appreciate it.
The appointment took a hell of a lot longer than I had anticipated. Otherwise,
I just want you to be healthy. That's all I care about. You guys,
most of it's bullshit. I sat in the room by myself most of the time.
Isn't that annoying?
Filmmakers.
It's so annoying. All right, guys. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.